When the winds of change blow, some people build walls, and others build windmills. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Do not anxiously hope for what is not yet to come. Do not vainly regret what is already past. He who asks a question is a fool for 5 minutes. He who does not ask a question remains a fool forever. A wise man adapts himself to circumstances, as water shapes itself to the vessel that contains it. To know the road ahead, ask those coming back. If you plan for a year, plant rice. If you plan for 10 years, plant trees. If you plan for 100 years, educate humanity. Learning is a treasure that will follow its owner everywhere. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Talk doesn't cook rice. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. Man who stands on toilet is high on pot. Don't open a shop unless you like to smile. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Teachers open the door, but you must enter by yourself. He who strikes first admits he has lost argument. When you see a good person, think of becoming like her, him. When you see someone not so good, reflect on your own weak points. If you are patient in one moment of anger, you will escape 100 days of sorrow. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. Man who chases to rabbit catches neither. Your mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. Better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. Be not afraid of growing slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. He who can have patience can have what he will. Silence is a source of great strength. The more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in battle. A fool judges people by the presents they give him. The person who says it cannot be done should not interrupt the person doing it. If you don't want anyone to know, don't do it. He who asks is a fool for 5 minutes, but he who does not ask remains a fool forever. A single conversation with a wise man is better than 10 years of study. The best fighter is never angry. Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. When you drink the water, remember the spring. A book is like a garden carried in the pocket. He who seeks revenge should remember to dig to graves. The palest ink is better than the best memory. Happiness is not having what you want, but wanting what you have. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. Those who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.